Welcome to Sipping Reality with Jill and
Megan.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited this morning.
You're so cute. I told her I was ready to record, and she goes, "Oh!"
That's funny.
It was funny.
We are having an amazing morning this morning.
Yeah, we are. I'm like super tired, but I have great energy. I feel good.
Yeah, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
You had a long week.
I did. It was a really long week. Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of stuff going on.
Well, I'm single again.
Yay!
But I always was, which was the problem. Is I wasn't
true.
really not single.
Because it's always situationships.
I'm so done with
We're
situationships.
still single even though we're in a relationship.
I was in another 3-month situationship,
Yeah.
and so I walked away because I can't be in a situationship.
So that leads into our topic for today. Which
Exactly, because I'm dating again. Oh, but wait, I was always dating.
10
okay, I'm not
things
gonna
I
be angry.
hate about dating.
10 things I hate about dating, because here I am all over again.
Yeah, well, we never stopped, really.
Oh, I know, it's
Okay,
exhausting.
let's be honest.
That's all I wanted was to stop dating.
I know.
Just claim me and just say you're mine, and I was good.
When I was dating someone, that's what I said. I'm like, I'm not trying to be monogamous with you, but I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired. I don't want
Right?
to talk to anybody. I'm fucking sick of people, and this is great.
These millions of men that you
Yeah.
just wade through like a pool of,
Right.
I don't know.
But apparently that
something.
freaks men out too.
Bobbing heads.
Oh no, she wants to be committed to me.
I know,
She
but
doesn't want to talk to anybody. No, I'm just fucking sick of people.
But we don't actually want anything to change between us and the guy. We just want them to say, I want you, you're mine. Like, that's all we really want.
Yeah.
We don't need more. I wasn't expecting or needing or wanting anything more. I just wanted that.
Nope. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think men see that differently than we do.
Well, they must.
And it
because
really
yeah.
worries them enough that they're willing to lose us. So
You ready?
here we are, dating.
And now we're going to talk about the 10 things we hate about dating. I have 5. She has 5.
Oh, we're doing that again. And we have no idea what the other person's going to say. So it's going to be so much
Yeah,
fun.
I really like that.
Yes. So who's going first?
I went first last time, so why don't you?
Okay, number 1. When men get nasty, when you nicely tell them you aren't interested.
Oh, they're super offended. Yep.
Oh, I had that happen yesterday.
And then they have to say something nasty about you.
Yes, and then they block you before you can, like, block them so that they, like,
I
win
wouldn't have
or
even
something.
blocked them.
No, right?
And they don't need to block you. It's not like I'm going to be harassing you. I'm not interested.
Like, yeah, right? Like, I'm the one that told you I didn't want to talk to you. Why do you need to
They
block
just can't
me?
see your name there ever again because it hurts too much.
No, that's not why. It's because they want to feel like they walked away from you. It's
Yeah.
like a power move.
Yeah, it's the control. They need to
Yeah,
take it back. Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not talking to her ever again. Like, no, I already told you I don't want to talk to you. It's not a problem, sir.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, but it's upsetting because it's like I want to be a decent human being, and I want to be like, hey, I don't think that
You don't want to just ghost somebody.
Yeah, no, I don't ghost people.
She's really good at not doing that. She's
wanna
like, Megan, you got to say something.
Yeah, let's be mature. Let's be nice. But then you're nice and you're kind, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're a blah, 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 blah. Block. And you're like, well, okay then. But it's so confirming as to why I said we weren't a match. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
I knew it.
Because their behavior was...
Off.
Yeah.
Yep, nope, didn't want to be with him.
Right.
Yep, I
Ready?
did the right thing.
You ready?
Oh, yes, number 1.
For my number 1? Vetting hundreds of men.
Well, that's the exhausting part.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds.
Hundreds.
I mean, you get on a
And they
dating app.
they don't get as many messages, so the men don't understand that aspect
that's
either.
true too. Yeah, you get on a new dating app, and within 1 hour, you have like 500 likes, and you're like, whoa. Like, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
Like 500.
And
I have children that I have to feed and stuff. I can't sort through 500 profiles.
yeah, and then they get irritated with you, and they're like, I guess you're not interested. It's like, bro, I have a life. I haven't been on here. Like, what do you... It's crazy. But, I mean, luckily, they kind of start vetting themselves when they behave like that right away.
They do. It's helpful. It is. It's helpful.
It is. Yeah.
But it's like hundreds. Like you'll have 500 and you'll end up talking to 2.
Oh, yeah.
After like a couple days.
Maybe even
It's
one.
a lot of work.
Yeah, it's really tiring to go through all of that just to talk to one person or 2 people.
It is. And some men want to meet like right away and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I have so little time. I have about 50 guys that want to go on a date with me. Like I need another week so that 40 of you drop off and then I can choose 2 because I only have time to go on dates with 2 of you.
Right. Yeah. I only have like 2 nights a week. Like I can't. Well, yeah. I think that's another thing on my list. Let me get into it.
We'll get there. Well, okay, we'll move on then. Number 2, unavailable men acting like they want a relationship, but then after a few days, clearly just wanting sex.
Gosh.
Like their profile says like relationship. They're not always, but
They're really nice and make you feel vulnerable and
Yes.
safe.
Talk about dating, talk about where they want to take you, talk about all these things. You start dating them, they're like very relationshipy, and you're like, oh wow. It actually can feel like they're moving too fast and you want them to slow down, and you're like, wait, we don't know each other, let's not make any plans, let's just slow this down. And they're like, yeah, no, you're right, like let's slow this down, and they slow it down. And then a few dates go by, you start to like them, and you're like, well, he's been great.
Yep.
And then, yep,
Bam.
bam, situationship.
How did I get here again?
Here I am.
Here I am.
Yeah, and now you've wasted like 2-3 months of your life.
Oh my God. Yep.
Again.
Yep.
Yep, all over again.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and if it went far enough, now you're hurt, now you're attached, now you're...
Now you have to like heal all over again and feel that hurt in like your gut for like 2 weeks. Where like every time you think about it, it hits your gut.
I think every week we need a male guest on here because I want the male perspective on all of this.
I do too.
Because I guarantee you a man would be sitting here saying, wait, but blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, okay. And I want to give men the benefit of the doubt. Men think differently than women.
Yep.
I don't think all men are just being terrible.
No.
I mean, although people in general can be terrible. So we know that a lot of that is true. But I do.
men
There
and
are
women?
good guys out there. There are good men out there. And I don't want to put them all into this pool of they're all bad. But it's, I really just always seek that perspective when we talk.
I do too.
Okay, number 2, Megan.
All right. Having to go on an actual date.
Megan! That's one thing you hate about dating? Having to go on an actual date.
And I'll tell you why. And
Wow.
this is because
That's
this is why the
hilarious.
last one was leading into this one.
Okay.
Because there's so many guys you have to sort through and you have such little time. I get anxiety about giving the wrong person my time, you know?
Well, yes.
Because
yes,
like then
yes.
I've wasted like a whole night of like could have like met somebody that was actually worth my time. But I picked this person.
Well, that leads into one of mine.
Okay.
One of mine is going on a first date and seeing them and you immediately know that you don't want to be on that date with them and you're never going to talk to them again.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's kind of similar
Oh,
to what
yeah.
you're saying.
It is. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm a decent person. Like then I'm like, "Oh gosh, now I have to pay. I can't let them pay because I know I'm not going to see them again."
Right.
And I don't just like to use people.
No.
And if they are like, no, I'm going to pay or whatever, like that's fine. But it does make me feel some kind of way. So now I sit through the whole thing, not wanting to be there,
Yep.
feeling bad, wondering if I'm going to reject them and they're going to be mean to me.
Right.
Which is very triggering for me. I don't like when men just turn nasty. It's very stirs up some trauma for me.
Yeah.
honestly.
I walked out on that one date. Normally I would suffer through it if they're nice, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, damn, they're not even a jerk. I can't even just like up and leave this person.
Right.
But when like that guy was a plain like jackass. And he was easy to walk out on. I didn't give a shit if he just paid my cover charge and bought me a bottle of water. I was like, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad before you even got in, but
Yep.
yeah, it just got worse. and worse. Okay, what's your number 3?
My number 3, dealing with disrespectful men.
Well, we've touched on that.
Yeah, we kind of did touch on that.
We do have, I think ours are like all the same, just said differently in a different order.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. That it's
I had
the
a
same.
feeling that it was going to be like that.
That's why I didn't want to know yours before.
I didn't want to know yours
because I was
either.
going to be excited to see that.
Yeah. I was thinking about that while I was writing it. I'm like, they're probably all going to be the same.
But it is a little different because you're talking about like on a date,
yeah.
a man like forcing you to kiss him or.
Don't understand consent and boundaries.
Yeah.
Pushing my boundaries and having me cross them, and then it hurt.
Well, that's why I like a longer vetting process. And there's a lot of men that are like, I don't want to sit and text for days or weeks. And I'm like, but there's a very good reason for us women why we need to text for days or weeks, because it does become clear that a man will not respect your boundaries just from text messages if you text long enough.
I agree with that.
And so it's really a safety, healthy thing for us on our side as women to do that. Although I do know some people just want to chat and just want to chat, and they're like, they pretend to like men, or men pretend to like women just so that they're not lonely and they can sit and chat with people. And I can understand how that can be frustrating.
I've even found a subtlety in, like, when you do get to chat for long enough, somebody who says, we're going to go do this, instead of asking if I'm available. It might sound really stupid, but it's like a subtle boundaryless person. Like, they don't care. They didn't ask my consent. They said, we're going to do this. They didn't ask if I was available.
And we've talked about this. To do that on a first date is really disrespectful. But then once you like a man, it feels, and you have a dynamic with them, it's like, ooh, it's sexy for them.
That's totally different.
Then it's sexy for them to do that. Yes, we want that. See, there's a lot of things men do that women actually want, but we don't want that until we're in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
And then once we're in a committed relationship, we actually want you to be like that. But when you do it right off the rip, like, tell us that we're going on a date, like, hey, we're meeting tomorrow. It's like, I didn't
ask me. And
say
I didn't
that
tell
I'm
you
meeting.
I was free.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like really
No, and I've said that
disturbing.
to guys. I'm like, you didn't ask me. And it might seem cute, like you're trying to be cute and playful, like, and dominant, but it is actually disrespectful.
Yes, but cute and playful and dominant is amazing within the context of a relationship.
Absolutely.
And I just keep wanting to differentiate that, because I think for men, they don't understand women, and it can be very confusing because we say we want all these things
you said
from
you want it, and I'm doing
then you
it.
come off the rip with them, and we don't actually want it until we've established a relationship, a dynamic.
Or just at least respect and trust.
First.
And,
Yes, we need that first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, what's yours?
Okay.
Next one.
Well, this one, yes, we've touched on.
Okay.
Getting 100 matches and 2 men actually knowing how to engage in a conversation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, we've
But
talked.
I'm not even talking about going through 500 likes. I'm talking about matches. Like, I'll have 100 not 100 matches. How many people will I match with? Okay, so there'll be like 20 matches at the top of an app, right?
Yeah.
And only 2 of them will reach out to me. And I don't tend to reach out first. Every once in a while, I'm in a mood. I want to flirt. I want to chat. I want to see what this guy's like. I just, I don't know.
I usually do
I'm
the
not
same.
very often bored, but every once in a while, I'll just be like, let me take a chance. And I'll reach out to one of the matches first. But it's very rare. Because I want a man that's going to take the lead.
Right.
I want to know that he can lead I know how to lead a conversation. Mm-hmm. I know how to talk.
Right.
I enjoy it. I'm good at it. I want to know that he's good at it. Because
You know how to talk?
Yes. I do. Isn't
You
that
do.
amazing?
It is amazing.
It's like, who would have thought that I
know,
can
right?
just talk for
Amazing.
hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do. It's one of my ways of vetting is to make sure that a man knows how to approach a woman, knows how to talk to her, knows how to start and engage in a conversation. And then I will always engage back.
Right.
But I want to know that he can do that first. Now, there's some men out there that do the same thing with women. They're like,
Yes.
oh, I want... But I'm still into gender roles. I really am. And I apologize for anyone who doesn't fit into the male-female gender role, because we don't ever address that. And I think it's just because
we're
dating men. So
Yeah,
it's just that circumstance. It's not to ignore that there's not different dynamics that happen with different genders.
right.
So I just want to put that out there and apologize that I'm only addressing the male-female gender
It's
roles.
not an exclusion thing.
It's not an exclusion.
We're just
It's
talking about our
just-
experiences.
Yes, that's my...
Oh my god, I first thought that was a
was my
Snoop
phone
Dogg
ringing.
phone, like a Snoop Dogg
Is that what it sounded like?
in my head for a second.
A squirrel.
Yeah.
It was actually not a squirrel. My phone was actually ringing. So I do desire an alpha male. And so that's why I talk about it in this way. And so I need a leader and a male that's going to reach out first. And if they don't, I let them sit there and disappear after time, and I never talk to them or match with them, and that's part of my vetting process. But it's amazing how many you match with, like,
That
immediately.
don't message either.
In the same night you
Yeah.
match, like, you know that they're still on there, they just matched with you, and then they never talk to you.
Never.
The majority.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not the majority,
A lot of them though.
but it feels like a lot.
It
Yeah,
does.
that's very interesting.
Okay, what's my next one
4.
here? Avoidance. And what I mean by that is people that you start dating and you're literally doing everything that you would in a relationship and in dating, but they don't ever want to date you.
Well, that's what we just talked about.
We did talk about this
I
already,
love this.
but I wanted
every single thing.
Yeah.
We're the same.
I wanted to just say it like that though.
Yeah, that was a great way to put it.
Because it's like, okay, you don't want to date me, but we're doing everything that you would if you were dating or with someone, boyfriend and girlfriend. That's what we have, but you would never date me. It's really interesting mindset, and it's very confusing. Again, I would love to have the male perspective on this, but I run into that a lot.
Yeah.
It's like that label, and we did already talk about this. It's like the label in their head. It's like screws them up somehow to think.
But you're in a relationship. You're doing everything that two people in a relationship would
do.
do. You're being monogamous to each other, even.
Yeah.
Or you're both poly and but you're acting out those roles together as if you're primaries, as if you're, or even if you're open to E&M, you're still in a relationship.
Yeah.
But instead of saying we're in a relationship and we're E&M, you won't even put that title on it.
No, it's really interesting.
But again, we're not
Psychologically.
asking for more.
No.
We literally just
We're like,
want the
nothing
title
would
that
change.
we deserve. Yes.
Nothing would change
That's
with what
my-
we're doing. Like,
That was my exact point earlier.
God.
Yes. I don't want anything from you. I think men think we want to, like, freaking suck the life out of them or something.
Lock them
like,
down and put them in chains and
Yeah,
put
and
shit
steal
on them.
them. Like, no. Like, I literally don't want anything to change. I literally love what we have, and I want to keep this. So I want you to claim me as yours so that I can get off these dating apps, start thinking about men, stop thinking about other men, and just live my life and do this thing with you that's wonderful, that I'm really enjoying.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for anything more than what we're already doing.
Yep. Yeah.
But you won't be with me. You're like, oh, well, I wouldn't be in a relationship with you.
No.
But we're in a relationship.
It's mind-boggling. Yeah, no, it really boggles my mind.
Oh, it's painful.
It is. It is.
Oh, and then it ends, and it was like it ended for no reason. It was so silly. These relationships, because
And then
they
there's
are
these-
relationships,
And
for
then
no
there's
reason.
these invisible boundaries. Like, we're not. It's like, well, now we're just can't see each other.
Yep.
Oh, it's just so. It is painful.
And everything was wonderful. There
Yeah.
was literally no issues. It wasn't toxic in any way.
Yep.
I mean, I've had some really great dating experiences.
Yeah, I had a
that
lovely.
had no toxicity.
I had
that
a
are
lovely relationship
Really healthy.
with someone that was, yeah, it was super healthy. We had wonderful conversations. We spent
weekends
wonderful time together.
Cooked together, went out together,
Just like,
took day trips together.
yeah.
You
And
guys did a lot.
There was no reason.
They were in a relationship just without the title, and he literally said, "Well, I wouldn't date you."
Yeah, that was really
Said,
confusing to me.
I wouldn't date you. What do you mean? We're like literally spending every weekend together, the whole weekend, and
Yeah, that
going
really
on
threw
day
me
trips and cooking and
for a loop.
like we're literally in a relationship and you wouldn't
I even met
date
his
me?
family.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, no, it was really threw me for
So
a loop
strange.
mentally. I was like, this is confusing.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
It is.
you know,
Yeah, and then we walk away and
and
then
that
it's
was
like,
5-6 months
now,
of my life,
yeah,
and now I like, okay,
have to
well,
do it all over again.
yeah, I literally I think that's the next thing on my list.
That's
Actually,
my least favorite thing about dating. Okay, well, let's go into it.
well, the time it takes to discern toxicity,
Oh, okay.
which kind of leads into that.
Or the time it takes to establish.
You establish something and then you realize they will never date you,
Yep.
and you're like, well, what the fuck are we doing then?
Yeah. Well, my thing is, so my number 5 would be very similar, where it's like, I've already said one that's similar, but men they want, even put it out there. I keep wanting to say commitment. They don't want commitment.
No.
Connection,
Yeah.
intimacy,
Yes.
cuddling, kissing,
They crave
dating,
it. They desire it.
time.
Yes.
But I'm not looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, they'll literally put that on their profile. Like, I want connection. I want all of these things. I want to spend nights with you. I want to go on adventures. I want intimacy. I want kissing and cuddling. I want all... They'll literally put it on their profile. I want all these pieces of relationship, but I'm not looking for a relationship right now.
It's really mind-boggling.
And I'm like, so you want my vulnerability. You want my heart. You want my time. You want my trust. You want me to adore and fall for you, but you're already saying right off the rip you're not even gonna consider being with me.
Yeah.
It's like they're asking for everything and unwilling
To
to
give commitment.
anything.
Yeah.
Which is all we're asking for, and then we can give that. Like,
Yeah.
we're opposite. Like, I need that in order to give it, which is why I'm not dating the man I was.
Yeah. You have
Because it was a situation where I was being very vulnerable and going into this dynamic that was extremely bonding.
Yeah.
That was really hurting me and going to hurt me severely.
If you continue to grow it.
If it continued, the more it continued to grow, the more it was going to hurt to not be claimed by this person as their partner.
Right. Yeah.
And that's all I wanted. Just claim me as your partner and we're good. We can keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
Even if it's not perfect for me, like, there's compromise. There's nobody in this world that's going to be perfect for me that I'm not going to have to make some compromises.
Nobody is going to check all our
Nobody
boxes.
checks all your boxes.
No, they're not.
And you know what? This man was wonderful. Mm-hmm. Checked most of them. I could have dealt with the few things that I didn't love. Because all the important things were checked.
Right.
It's just not going to happen in this lifetime.
So that there's our 10 things that we hate about dating.
It was actually 5.
It was
Because I
5.
do think...
It was 5.
5.
It was 5.
Because Megan's just making fun of how I talk.
Yeah. I love it.
Because I really think that all 5 of our things were the same.
They were.
They were
We
all
just
the same
said it
in
differently.
one order or other.
Yeah.
Different order, said differently, but the exact
All the same. I knew
one.
that was gonna happen.
I thought there might be 1 or 2 that were different. But.
Maybe, but I was pretty sure we were gonna have all the same stuff.
Well, I think that's a good sign that those are the 5 problems with dating today. For women, particularly.
Yeah, for women.
But let's bring in the other perspectives, the other gender perspectives. Okay, so tell us if you're a woman dating women or a man dating men or you're dating couples or are the issues the same?
Yeah.
I'd
I want
love
to know.
Hear about that.
I do too.
I mean, I do think dating couples is a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a totally different dynamic.
It's such a different dynamic because they're already together. They already have commitment. You already know that you're not going to commit.
Right.
Unless, but then there's like throuples and couples who actually want to date somebody.
They don't just want a
together.
unicorn. They want another girlfriend.
A consistent, yes, but you're never going to be
the primary
in a relationship the way that they are.
No, you keep it. It's like in a box. Yeah, it's totally different. Cause, but I've also been with people that we started in a box.
Yes.
So it's and we keep it there. Like, and so the expectation.
It's always painful and awful and torturous, and it's never good to be in a box.
No, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Wow.
Whatever.
That was something else.
Whatever. But here we are. We're dating.
We're dating. We're doing it. I have 2 dates on Saturday.
I have a date on Friday night.
Do you? We
I
haven't
do.
talk about our
I
dates.
didn't even tell you about it.
You have had a week, so we have
It's been-
not talked
No, it's
enough.
been a really crazy week.
We need to talk.
Yeah, no, I have a date on 7 on Friday.
Well, I actually only have
With the
one
guy
date
who
on Saturday.
He ties rope. He does
Oh,
shibari.
yes, you did tell me about him.
Yeah.
You have a date with him.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it.
Okay. I only actually have one date because catch this.
So I did say I don't like going on dates, but when I'm actually interested with someone, I am excited.
That's cute.
I'll take that back.
Well, so I actually don't have 2 dates. I have one date on Saturday.
Okay.
I have a date Saturday night, but he lives far away, and I'm already not okay with that. Ugh, which is so frustrating.
Don't do it. Don't. It's just gonna frustrate you.
I don't know. And then
I don't know.
and then I'm going to meet up with a potential friend
Yeah.
on Saturday afternoon.
Which is even stupider.
because
than the distance.
He's the one that said on his profile that he wanted commitment and all these things, but he didn't want a relationship. But I said that I won't go there, and I said no, I won't go there. And then we started talking and had this really fun conversation. So
No,
we're
he
like,
wants to hook you and have you give him all those things and never commit to you.
yes, that's what he wants
No,
to do.
he can fuck right off.
Well, it's better than sitting around on Saturday. And you know,
I agree.
I could go on dates. I could switch them out and go on dates with other guys. There's plenty of potential.
Maybe we should do like speed dating again. Maybe we should take.
We've
the
never
group-
done speed dating, but we've talked about it. That would
I
be
say
a fun
again,
podcast.
Again, yeah, we could talk about that. We should. We've got like 50 guys, right? And we just invite them all to one place. We get it done in one shot.
We could create our own speed dating
Oh yeah,
just for the 2 of us.
right. They each get
Well-
30 seconds. No, a minute and a half.
We'll figure out the details.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's a possibility.
And we have a list of questions we ask immediately. How do you feel about commitment? I'm just kidding. That is not a question I would ask.
No,
No.
not on a minute and a half speed dating.
I'm just kidding.
No.
No, it's not. It's not appropriate.
I don't know. Well, that's why I like dating apps where it says, "What are you looking for?" And now I'm looking for men
But they
who
lie.
say, "But they." I know.
They're like, I'm looking for someone to go
Why
on
wasn't
adventures
that on
with.
our list?
I want to go on adventures with a woman, and then they don't take you anywhere.
That's true. After you've dated a guy and then you look back at their dating profile and you're like, "Wow,
they're a liar.
lying."
Yeah.
They are not looking for what they say they're looking for on their profile. They make it
Right.
sound like they're fun and they want to take you with them, and then they end up being really fun, but they don't actually want to take you.
Yeah, I had
on their
one
adventures.
who was like, I saw his dating profile after we broke up, and it was like, looking for a serious relationship. It's like, okay.
"No, you're not.
No, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
our-
happened to me twice, actually.
Well, this is our life. This is our life.
Welcome to dating in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Divorced dating.
Divorcees.
Divorcees.
Okay.
Well, we really enjoyed this with you today.
Yeah,
Thank you for
I really like
listening.
making these lists and not knowing what you're.
I know. We're going to keep doing these.
It's
think.
really fun.
Yeah,
All
we're going
right.
to keep doing it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll talk to you soon.
Unfiltered and unbothered.